What's up everyone, welcome back to GTA 3. Time to see Oscar.
Miguel seems to think I'm mistreating him. Still, he's revealed the extent to which Catalina fears your quest for revenge. She has 3 death squads dotted around Liberty, whose sole job is to hunt you down. Act as the bait and get the death squads to follow you to Pike Creek, where some of my men will be waiting for them.
This mission is weird. Instead of assassinating the targets, you have to lure them into a trap. Odd setup in that the AI is wonky in most cases. I guess I should elaborate further. You have to force 3 targets to chase you into a secluded area for them to get clipped. You have to make sure that they follow you closely or they'll split off. It's not a mission fail if they lose sight of you, but you will fail the mission if you kill them, which is kind of an oxymoron since the targets die anyway. It's just not by your hand. I don't get it. And it's tedious. It's freaking tedious. It's about as on par as eating cornflakes. No, not Frosted Flakes, I'm talking about cornflakes. Bland cornflakes. I actually managed to beat the bridge before it rose for once. Ha! Take that, stupid bridge. That makes no sense. Welcome to Shoreside Vale, where shit gets real. Now, the first car is going to be on the left somewhere here. And I don't know, he's just kind of hanging out in the grass area for some reason. GTA 3 is the blueprint for most open world games, and you could definitely tell that this game is really aged compared to some other ones. Even compared to the sequels of this one, it's like, oh wow, this is rough. This is really, really rough. But there is some sort of weird charm that isn't in too many open world games nowadays. Granted, there are a lot of restrictions in this one compared to Vice City, and even Vice City has a lot of restrictions compared to San Andreas, and etc, etc. The cycle continues. These games are old. Anyway, enough about that spiel. Here's the ambush point. The Yakuza will destroy the people you bring back. Now, as for the targets, you can either drag all 3 of them here at once, or you could drag them here one at a time. For me personally, I just drag the 1 car over here, and then once that's destroyed, I drag the other 2 at once. That way I can finish the mission quicker. Be sure to collect the free ammo before you drive off. This island is small, but the roads are confusing to navigate. It's very windy and it twists in on itself. Got another cartel cruiser. You want to keep away from these guys, they'll just ram into you over and over again until you explode. And what I'm going to try and do is draw the attention of the last guy to speed up the process. He's going to be at the tunnel entrance. Now both cartel cars are chasing me. I need to make sure they don't drive away. That will happen if you get super far away from your pursuers. It looks like the margin for error on them losing interest is way more lenient than I gave it credit for. Alright, now that I'm at the spot, time to wait and watch the fireworks. Alright, here's the first car. The other car shouldn't be too far behind. Hopefully. M16 is badass, by the way. It is just an OP weapon. The Yakuza kill squad is very powerful. I don't think they can even die, which just makes this mission even easier. And here's the last car, which obviously they don't stand a chance because I'm working with a whole bunch of really super powerful Yakuza members. Instead of going back to Asuka's missions, Rei's final mission opened up, which is called Marked Man.
You weren't followed. Good. This is it. I'm way over my head and I'm starting to drown here. The CIA seems to have a vested interest in Spank, and they don't like us screwing with the cartel. I'm a marked man, so I'm getting out of here. Get me to my flight at the airport, and I'll make it worth your while.
Marked Man is tricky. You have to get Rei to the airport in under 3 minutes, but the bridge to shoreside is filled with FBI agents, and they are very aggressive, so you need to go around. There are 2 routes to take without much hassle, the subway and then there's the Triborough Tunnel. I go for the subway because it's easier, there's not much resistance, but it's slower. The tunnel is quicker, but there is one guy standing on the exit, or on top of the exit with an M16, and he could potentially blow your car up and kill Rei, so you might want to be careful with that route. You gotta take safety into account when it comes to Rei. You might want to have a fast car for this. I do manage to get there in time with this stupid SUV, plus the trains get in the damn way. But you definitely want something like an Infernus or a Stinger for this. And you want to watch out for the trains in this tunnel. They hurt. A lot. As they should, because they're trains. Here's this train, which I swear is going on the wrong side of the tracks, or is it just me? Should be coming close to the airport soon. Making it to the airport doesn't really end here. You still gotta get up the stairs with a minute to spare. It's a very strict time limit, but it's not that bad. In fact, the tunnels and subways will see you at Francis International with a minute left. And that is if you're driving good and not crashing into everything. I can imagine the pedestrians freaking the fuck out with this car in the subways. Are the police that focused on the bridge that they're ignoring the subways? I don't know. Well, if you look at this, no resistance, no M16s, no death. The subways are the way to go. Tunnels too, but you have to watch out for the tunnels.
Here's the kid in the lockup. You'll find some cash and some supplies I stashed in case things got tight. See you around.
Go over to the lockup and collect Rei's stash. Don't mind if I do. Now, the mission is not yet over. You have to go back to Belleville. The cops on the bridge will disappear, so you're safe. If you try going through the bridge during the first part of the mission, you'll die. It might be possible to snipe your way through every cop, but it's super risky and you'll just end up wasting time. And there's also the fact that the enemies are wielding heavy machine guns and you're protecting somebody. One of those two things don't mix and you're better off going through the tunnels. I'm using the shortcut again. Why stick the landing? Sweet! Didn't even catch on fire this time. I'm sure that will change eventually. And those guys jumped in front of my taxi. What was I supposed to do there? Here's the lockup. The contents inside are a Patriot, as well as heavy weapons. And Rei's paging Claude, telling him in the audience, "See you in Miami," which is a bit of foreshadowing. Miami may not exist in the GTA universe, but that's what Vice City's for. This Patriot is bulletproof, which can come in handy for the next couple of missions. Especially for this one particular mission. And I abandoned the truck before I can fully use it. I'm an idiot. I guess I wanted the Infernus because it's faster, but what the hell was I thinking, dude? I shouldn't have done that because the next mission for Asuka is called Espresso To Go. Oh no.
Miguel certainly has some of that famous Latin stamina. I'm quite exhausted. We underestimated Catalina's plans for Spank. It reaches far beyond the yardies selling it on the street corners. The cartel have a front company, the Kappa Coffee House. They've been selling Spank through the street stalls. We have no choice but to put these drug stands out of operation. Smash them to splinters.
Looks like I'm fast forwarding this part. This mission and the next mission after this suck. Let me talk about Espresso To Go. You have to drive around the 3 islands and smash 9 coffee vendors. The timer won't start until you smash into a vendor, but the vendors won't appear on the map until you get close to them. You'll have 8 minutes to destroy all 9 vendors. That's not the bad part. The bad part is Portland. Yeah, you guessed it. Shotguns. And I don't even have my bulletproof Patriot. But I do manage to beat the mission somehow. The reason I sped up the footage here is because finding all the stalls is really tedious. It's like 3 to 4 minutes of nothing happening. And that's my best summary of Espresso To Go. It's freaking tedious, and if you fail the mission, even more tedium. That's where the definitive edition of GTA 3 is slightly better, the inclusion of checkpoints, and makes the mission even more painless. Alright, back to real time. My best strategy for Espresso To Go is start on Shoresideville and make your way over west. Or east, I don't know where Shoresideville is on the map. You might stumble across a glitch where you can't run over to the coffee vendor, it acts as a wall. And if that happens, just use a grenade. It's about as effective as smashing into the thing normally. What did I get a stunt bonus from? It's like the game counts the car lifting 2 feet off the ground as some sort of Evel Knievel stunt or something. The next vendor is going to be at the airport, and that's going to be the last vendor for Shoreside. Most of the other stalls are on Staten Island. Good thing I scoured the area beforehand. You want to do that for most of the stalls before you break them. Most people who play this game will say that this is the worst mission in the game, and they're not wrong. Driving through the city, or more specifically Portland, is very dangerous because of the shotgun-wielding goons that can blow your car up very quickly. Which is why I should have kept the Patriot. Blah. Not gonna take the shortcut now, I don't want to risk losing the vehicle. The vendors in Staten are relatively close together. The first one is going to be in the park, but the rest of them are in the financial district down south. Five more stalls to go, and 2 of those are pretty hard to deal with. Hit and runs are your best friend. You don't want to waste time with 1 or 2 stalls to make no progress. Halfway there, or whatever half of the number 9 is. It's 4.5 and it's stupid. 3 stalls left to smash in Staunton, then I can move over to Portland Island. And this is where a lot of people quit this mission, which is a shame because this is one of the final missions in the game, and you pretty much have to beat it in order to get to the final mission to begin with. Anyway, I just lost my car, so I had to grab another one. The Kuruma here. It's an alright car. It's basically a mix between durability and speed, so you can take a couple of beatings with the Kuruma, but you can also get around decently enough. But anyway, this vendor is going to be on the sidewalk. You'll notice that there's a guy behind it shooting at your vehicle. You can basically ignore them. They're really not that accurate at all. Oh, damn it! I just lost another vehicle. This mission is cursed. There we go. The Infernus is the fastest car in the game. Hopefully I can beat this son of a bitch now. The last vendor on Staten Island is here, slightly behind Donald Love's building. Still don't know what happened to that guy. Alright, 7 of the 9 vendors are destroyed. Now, Portland is bullshit. You gotta be extremely careful. One of the stalls is located in Leone territory, and you gotta be careful, like I said before, because shotguns, and it's a mess. I forgot to mention, there was another improvement in the definitive edition of GTA 3, and that was a full in-game map. The original game had no map to look at in the menu, so you either had to use a user manual, or if you didn't even have that, memorize the area or look online. So I can only imagine what the internet was like back in 2001, 2002. That probably sucked back then. So you could say that GTA 3 was kind of the Simon's Quest of early GTA games, except not as weird, because Simon's Quest was pretty weird. The next vendor is going to be in Trenton here, right by the harbor, and the last vendor is in Hell. No, I'm kidding, it's in St. Mark's Bistro area, which might as well be Hell. Any one of these pedestrians might have shotguns, and that's freaking terrifying. Where the M16s are dangerous to people, the shotguns are extremely dangerous to vehicles. I got my ass out of the car. I ain't risking dying in one hit. If you ever find yourself in this situation, just go to Salvatore's estate. There should be a Mafia Sentinel parked outside. Hopefully. And when you get it, just go down the hill and drive on the beach. There are no NPCs down there. This ain't a beach I want to go to. In fact, I don't want to go to any beaches because I don't really like sand. But at least they accurately portray New York beaches. And yes, there is another car down here, and it's a Bobcat, which could be useful. That's one way to get out of St. Mark's alive, which is, yeah, don't go to that place ever again. The final Oscar mission is called S.A.M, which stands for Surface-to-Air Missile.
Do we technique some more now, or just wait for it to turn black and fall off?
Give it a quick prod.
Oh, what is that gooey yellow stuff? Oh, hey, Pave!
My handyman.
I was bored, so I came over to keep Asuka company.
She's got the makings of a natural, this girl. She's managed to extract this little gem from our guest. There's a plane coming into Francis International in 2 hours' time. It is full of Catalina's poison. You can avoid airport security by getting a boat out to the runway light buoys and shooting the plane down on its approach. Collect the cargo from the debris and stash it.
Oh, you be careful now, okay, baby?
Now try the chili oil.
Chili oil? What the fuck are they cooking that guy? I don't even know what they're doing with Miguel anymore, but it's kind of creepy. The goal of this mission is to get to the airport's runway before the time expires. Generous enough time limit, but when you get there, you have to take out Catalina's cartel and then shoot the plane down full of spank. Hence the name S.A.M, because Ace Combat was popular, I guess. Well, it still is popular. That part of the mission is not too difficult, but after downing the plane, you will be granted a 5-star wanted level, and those are always fun. Running from the cops on 5 stars is always fun. Except it's not. The boat is going to be docked here on the southwestern part of the island, and you can actually do this mission by driving over to the airport, but there's going to be way more resistance than just driving or just piloting the boat over to the airport runway. And hopefully my Infernus will just stay on the dock and not disappear into thin air like it most likely would, because this game is stupid sometimes. Sometimes you're like, you look away and a car disappears. Other times you're halfway across the world and the car just stays there. What the fuck? That's renderware for you. If it's not doing weird shit in Sonic Heroes or Shadow the Hedgehog, or I don't know what other game they did, it's most likely doing weird shit in the GTA games. On PS2, that is. And the Stories games too, maybe? I'm not sure if Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories ran on renderware. That's something I have to look up, actually. Why are my bullets not hitting them? What was that? Like ghost bullets, they keep phasing through the targets. There we go. Now, for this plane, it's kind of tricky to shoot down. You gotta elite your shot, which basically means you gotta shoot in front of where the plane actually is. It takes some time to get used to, but it's really not that hard. And in fact, it could be a lot harder where there's actual wind effects and something could be pushing the rocket somewhere else. Now that would be a pain in the ass. Bullseye! The area is clear, and all I have to do is destroy the plane. You have to go by the time limit. At 0, the plane will come. Maybe slightly before that, say like 2 seconds before 0. If you don't have a rocket launcher, one will spawn on the runway somewhere. Oh god! Yeah, Claude can just survive explosions for no reason. Here's part 2 of S.A.M, running from the cops. Well, first, I gotta pick up the contents of this plane. You'll get a 4-star warrant level, I thought it was 5. Oh well, getting away from the cops is a pain in the ass regardless because of how aggressive they are. Oh, okay, I got it. I blew up the chopper, that's why I got the 5 stars. This mission normally comes with 4 stars, but because I blew up that chopper, I got 5 stars. Got it. Come down this path and you'll find a speedboat, appropriately named Speeder. And you're going to need that because the cops are going to be in their speedboats and they have gun turrets. Get off the water as soon as you can and get back to the pier where you found the other boat just to get here. Because hopefully that Infernus is still there. I've been ranting about that earlier, but I really hope that that car is still there. You showed those non-believers, Claude. Whenever you jump forward with a moving vehicle, you'll levitate with it. It's hard to explain what happens, but you just saw Claude become Superman for a few seconds. Anyway, the cops should normally be chasing you to the ends of the earth, but for whatever reason, for this recording, nobody's chasing me at all. No civilians, no cops. I'm pretty sure I outran the chopper at one point. It's like the movie I Am Legend with Will Smith. Where the fuck is everyone at? I think I just broke GTA 3. But on a serious note, this mission is hard. The cops should be chasing you, and they will be aggressive. My advice is to go to the pay and spray. I mean, you don't have to go to the pay and spray, but it's super helpful. Okay, there's a cop right there, but he just completely overshot me. Man, these guys suck. This game gave up on itself a long time ago. This is actually becoming ominous. Anyway, I got the cops off my tail, like they were even there to begin with. Now's the time to go back to Oscar. Wait, no mission pass screen? Uh-oh. Well, Asuka's dead and Maria has been kidnapped. Next part is the endgame.